Hey guys, Sasquatch for the win here. I am interviewing Griffin from kabochacon. I'm going to be asking him a few questions and stuff like that, and letting you guys know some information on what kabochacon is, where it is, what the festivities, and things along those lines. So I think the best thing to do is give us a little bit about yourself first.
I am Griffin Boyles. I'm head of local operations. That's the official title, kind of. At kabochacon, Dayton, Ohio, anime convention. This is our second year. Saturday night, I am beat, as you can probably tell. But it's my second year with the con, and it's been a blast. So happy to talk about it.
Now, what is kabochacon for people who don't know exactly what
all
it is?
the details? Yes, kabochacon is a 2-day anime convention located in Dayton, Ohio. We're a family-friendly event. We strive to promote an atmosphere that people can bring their kids, people can bring their grandparents, anyone who might be interested or would at least like to see the things that go on in the con. Because anyone who's been to cons knows, generally cons are very entertaining, but you don't necessarily want to bring your parents or your kids or anyone who's touchy. So we really strive to make it an acceptable place for everybody regardless of age. That's pretty much the start to every email I've sent in the last 6 months. So
now I've seen some of the stuff. You guys have a ton of panels going on out here.
Yes.
What were some of the panels that you had that you were really proud of getting in here? And stuff like that?
We had 2 musical performances. The Kaze no Daichi Taiko Ensemble from Bowling Green University. They came down Friday. They were the first main event we had. That was spectacular.
They were awesome. They were absolutely amazing.
Today, around afternoon, we actually had a scheduled issue with the Super Guitar Bros. They were going to do a concert last night. We realized it was going to be so late no one was going to see it. It worked out insanely for the better. We had them in the lobby. We hooked up a speaker and 2 mics. They played lounge music, but it was video game music, it was anime music, it was the Wii Shop theme, which I was ignoring all of my response because I just stood and just like, de-stress.
Yeah, I heard them playing walking to the vendors and stuff like that. You guys saw that in the video of the tour, the quick tour that I did around here, walking around, stuff like that. The vendors alley was awesome.
Yes,
absolutely
we had a
awesome.
ton of good stuff. I am beyond proud. Our lineup last year was spectacular, and this year even better. We had a lot of the guys from last year back, some new faces that we love to see. Steampunk for cosplay, I'm sure you saw their stuff.
Oh, I loved it. It was so cool.
Was that on the video?
Yeah, I did catch them.
That stuff is spectacular. Those guys are so good at what they do.
My personal favorite was the Unhinged Twins, though.
Yes.
I love their art. I actually had them commissioned a drawing of Rushme from Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
And it's sitting in my car right now, and I'm so excited to get it framed. It looks so cool.
Oh, yeah. That's...
For people who aren't aware of the con environment, people who are maybe a little skeptical of coming to them and stuff like that.
Even if they're used to bigger cons, we are almost a unique event. If you've been to other events, I'm sure you've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
We are not standard. For starters, you can see me, and I'm a chair. So that's a lot different than most cons, because usually they're locked up in a room going insane, and I'm let out of the world going insane, as you also saw.
What would you recommend to them coming into an environment like this?
First timer.
It seems very tight-knit, but yet very opening at the same time.
If you've never been to a con, I wholeheartedly recommend going to a small show first. I know people who went to, it's not quadruple, what's the 5-digit word? Quintuple digit attendance events as their first con, and then came to me saying, that was crazy, I couldn't do anything. There were some people like, well, you're supposed to start small and get big. Start with a small event. It's, honestly, if you haven't ever done it before, check out the game rooms. That's at least a good place to sit and either play a game, play an arcade game, anything like that. It's also a good place to de-stress at an event. Tabletop room is usually quiet, arcade is usually loud, but they both have a calming effect, I guess. And then event-wise, just read the panel book, read the descriptions, see what you like, show up. Some events are very tight-knit, very produced, very solid. Some events, you were at one, are just discussion. It's just people sitting in a room having a good time chatting. And it's difficult not to run into interesting people at cons that are worth talking to. That's most of my weekend has been talking to every person I can find because everyone is that good.
Now, real quick before I do episode, I want to talk about this new game you guys have here that we both got a chance to play, and it was amazing.
That is Galatune, Galatune. They are spectacular. It's a Wright State. There was several contests for not trust fund, but they were giving a grant towards a business idea, and they were up against like a clothing company. It's a very like standard college ideas, and these two guys went up and talked about this card game. But their art is spectacular. Their system is spectacular. They won the grant. They produced the whole set. They kickstarted to get funded. Well successful. Our mascot Akimi on my badge and my other badge is in the game as a character. She's got. Did you get a chance to play as her?
I love her.
She's got that mechanic. In the game, you effectively every person makes their actions return at the same time. So you put down a card at the same time as everyone else, and then it gets resolved. Akimi's got a special action where you flip a coin. You either 2 damage to someone, or you heal too. So that's a spectacular. I mean, it's great because you can either. It's always a positive. Which that game, there's some interesting character mechanics. I honestly like Akimi the best, and I'm very biased, but also.
See, my favorite was the Valkyrie.
Oh.
I loved her tech ability and the fact that she can alter abilities and stuff like that. I love that. The gameplay is phenomenal, guys. It's really laid back, but it can get really heated really quick too. I definitely found myself getting frustrated a couple times. It's a lot of fun.
Did the guys tell you about when they developed the system? They've been working on this since they were 9.
Really?
Yeah, because, and you can believe it, it's a very simple system, and they've got cards from when they were that young that they made, and some of those have lasted this long. They just turned it into an actual beautifully produced. Yammer Pro is their artist, does spectacular work. It's the prettiest card game I've ever seen, and I played some Magic, so that's saying something.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, anything you'd like to say to the people watching about coming to the next con or anything along those lines?
Yes. Keep an eye out on our social media. I'm going to make him do editing work, and there's going to be like a thing somewhere that has a link to it. Maybe the description, maybe an annotation.
I'll probably put it down in the description below,
It's
guys.
his problem, not mine. Yeah, keep an eye out for all of our social media. Our website, kabochacon.org. The spelling will be in the title, because I know it's difficult to spell. That'll have all the information about our next show. No promises when or where or how long that will take place, but I hope to have good news very soon. So come out, enjoy the show. I'll be here, probably even more stressed out, and I hope to see you there as well.
I definitely will be coming back. This is my first year here, and I loved it.
Fantastic.
Loved every minute.
That's what we loved it. First paying attendee, badge number 1. He is first attendee, best attendee. So we really appreciate him coming out and everyone who came out. I think that's it for me. I'm woozy.
I can definitely tell. Thank you again for this interview. I know you got a busy schedule.
Oh,
I appreciate you taking
it's
the
a
time
blast.
to sit down.
Anything that involves sitting down right now, I am all for.
I really appreciate it. Guys, definitely keep. I'm gonna post some updates on my social media and on. I'll probably tag them in it, and we might be able to work something out social media wise there. Keep an eye out for this con next year, guys. It is actually awesome. It's one of the smaller ones that I am very, very glad to have been a part of and been able to make friends with some of the staff. They're really open, really caring people. They're really nice, and the auctions were fun. The raffle was fun. The tabletop gaming, the panels, the cosplays. There's some really good ones out here this year, guys. I'm gonna try and peg down a few of them that were out here. Maybe get a couple more pictures because there was a chick dressed as Hatsune Miku who was awesome.
One of our musical guests just walked by. If you want to talk to him,
I'll probably chase him
yeah.
down.
That was Sam Griffin from the Super Guitar Bros. We had a weird moment where we both had Griffin in our name, but is this his last name? So after we saw both of us.
Yeah, so thank you again.
No problem.
I really appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Oh yeah, it's been fun. And it's been good seeing you around talking to you. It's been a blast. He got to talk to my dad for like an hour. I don't know how he stays in. I don't.
Thank you guys for watching this. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. What cons have you been to? What cons have you liked? Have you ever been to kabochacon? Who knows? We'll find out in the comments. All their stuff will be in the description. There might be an annotation floating somewhere in this general area for some links to my social media, Snapchat, stuff like that. You guys, I'll catch you on the flip. Take it easy.